25 years, more than 6,500 days on the water, and one Boulton that's been there through it all. For Big Daddy's Guide Service, this boat isn't just how he gets to work, it's his office. Built in 2001, this boat has seen over 6,500 days on the water in 25 years. Let's meet Captain Bryan Roccucci of Big Daddy's Guide Service.
My name's Captain Bryan Roccucci with Big Daddy's Guide Service, and I've been running my Boulton for 25 years.
Whoa! Whoa. A gupper. Did you get that on video?
Got that on video, didn't you?
Oh, that's a chunk.
It's a pretty rad office view. I mean, I like to say trout don't live in ugly areas. So here we are, right now we're at beautiful Bucks Lake. We got ospreys and eagles flying overhead every morning. Fish are biting. Yeah, it's not a bad view out of the office windows or out of the Boulton office windows.
For nearly 25 years, Bryan has captained the same Boulton, putting more than 6,500 days on the water. It's been his fishing boat, his guide boat, and for much of his life, his office. Through thousands of trips, countless clients, and years of memories, one Boulton has been there through it all.
It's right around 6,500 days on the water in that boat. So like I said, right now it's averaging about 300 days a year. I think last year was about 316 days of charters on the water with it. So.
And these haven't been occasional days on the water. For Bryan, this Boulton has been a working boat year after year.
I don't know, for the last 10 to 12 years, this is all I do. Like 300 plus days a year.
But after thousands of days on the water, it's the people who make each trip different. From seasoned anglers to someone catching their very first fish, Bryan gets to be a part of memories they'll never forget.
Yeah, we run pretty much everybody through there, and yeah, one of the coolest things and one of the things I have the most fun with is when you watch kids, young people, and frankly sometimes adults. I believe she was in her, I don't want to get in trouble, I believe she was in her 70s, caught her first fish this year up at Lake Almanor, and she's just totally hooked on it now. So you don't have to be a young person to have not ever fished before. So that's really that excites me to see that light kind of light up in young kids. I had a young girl, a 5-year-old girl that was a granddaughter of some customers of mine, and she came out on the boat for the first time. She was a little unsure, and we had quite a morning with a lot of fish, and you could see every fish that she got to reel in and fight. The excitement level got ramped up. Before long, she was like standing on the cooler so she could see over the side of the boat better to watch the fish in the water while she was fighting them. And by the end of the day, she was all in on fishing and wanting to know when the next time she could go was,
Somewhere along the way, many of those clients became more than customers. They became friends.
Just wonderful people over the years, a broad, very broad, from all walks of life, I guess you would say. And some of them have turned into lifelong friends of mine. We're 2/3 of the way through season number 28. So you do the math on that. It's a lot of butts go through those seats in the boat.
It all started back in 2001 with a new Boulton and a much younger Bryan, and no way of knowing just how many years and adventures were ahead.
We started talking about the history of this boat, and I mean, they expressed the fact that there wasn't another hull ever produced by Boulton that had more time on the water than this one. So I think they were just a little bit curious to get underneath the floor and sort of see how the design held up under that much use. So then it was, well, I'm not going back to canvas, so if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do it. And we just kind of started bantering back and forth. I don't know that I consciously made a decision and said, well, let's remodel the boat. I mean, I thought it was cool to continue sort of the legacy of that hull that's been running since 2001 here in the Sierras. But yeah, it worked out in the end. I mean, it came back to me. It wasn't just like a remodel. They basically stripped it down to virtually the bare aluminum hull. The transom was cut out. Everything was stripped down, and then they started building back from there. I believe we had the seats, the fuel tank, and the electronics.
As the years passed, the boat evolved with him, adding features and amenities along the way, while the solid, stable platform underneath it all remained the foundation that Bryan depended upon.
Big, stable platform. You know, some of these lakes up here notoriously can get kind of rough, especially if we're fishing in the wintertime. So it's nice to have a big solid platform underneath of you when you got it's time to get back to the dock and you kind of got to feed into some weather. You know, it offers all the amenities. Like I said, we got plenty of room, plenty of features, all the latest electronics on it as far as what I'm using to try and put people on fish. And yeah, just a solid package.
Whether chasing fish or heading for the next spot, Bryan needs a boat he can trust when conditions change, and one that's proven it can handle the water.
Well, its ability to handle that rough water, it tends to really bite through the waves as opposed to bouncing over the top of them. So it is as comfortable of a ride as I think you're going to find.
Today she looks a little different. New power, a hardtop, and a complete remodel. But underneath it all is the same Boulton hull Bryan started with 25 years ago.
25 years of a lot of use.
3 versions of the boat, 25 years of changes, upgrades, and countless days on the water. The Boulton has evolved, the fishing has changed, and according to Bryan, so has one other thing.
I was thinking the other day, somebody was asking me, when I first started guiding at Almanor, there was four guides that were somewhat established there, somewhat and really established there. And for some reason they're pretty cool with me when I was coming in. And they've since 3 of the 4 have passed away. One of them I still occasionally see on the water, though he doesn't really commercially fish anymore. And one day you wake up and you look around and you're the old guy. So
25 years on the water can be measured in a lot of ways. In miles traveled, fish caught, early mornings, or more than 6,500 days spent doing what you love. But for Bryan, the real measure is the people he's met, the friendships he's made, and the memories created with generations of anglers along the way. Although there has been a lot of change through the last 25 years, one thing has remained the same. The same Boulton hull beneath him. Rebuilt, repowered, and evolved over the years, but still carrying Bryan to work each and every day. Because in the end, it's not just about how long a boat lasts. It's about the life that happens aboard it. Boulton Powerboats. Real people, real water, real boats.